Hi there, my name is Megan Sedlacek, and this is my Module 5 reflection for the Linguistics course. Question 1. Something that took me by surprise in the course was the mention of not overpronouncing words as it can lead to incorrect sounds of the word. That is something I did frequently and thought was helpful with students, but the reading I learned that from taught me that the phonology from the one language to the next can be very different. So it's best to pronounce a word or phrase normally with no extra enunciations in order for others to properly learn how to say it. Question 2. Other courses have prepared me for this course by emphasizing the importance of culture in the classroom. I appreciated the order of courses because I felt that I learned about culturally representation immensely in other courses, so this course I could focus my attention solely on the language piece. I could then make connections between the culture and the linguistics in this course. Question 4. After taking this course, I wouldn't say that I changed my attitudes or beliefs as a teacher of English language learners, but I have opened up my mind immensely. I really didn't know what all was entailed out there in terms of teaching English language learners. I really thought that best practices and various strategies like visuals and translation tools were all that were needed. But this course did teach me that there is so much more out there, and it taught me so much about the complexities of language and how education on this is a crucial part of being a successful EL teacher. Question 5. Some personal beliefs about language acquisition that were reinforced or validated by this course is that language learning is a complex subject and it takes many years to master it. It's important for us EL teachers and teachers in general to take this into consideration when we're teaching EL students, as it takes roughly about 7 years to fully grasp an L2. Question 6. After taking many courses to support EL learners and families, I wouldn't say I regard them any differently, but my mind has really opened up to the things they might be going through. Sometimes it's easy just to look at language as a communication barrier when a new family arrives from a new country, but there are also very many cultural differences, societal differences, and so much more that teachers and individuals need to be aware of. It's not as easy as just jumping into the school and having everything figured out. It's important to take the time to really introduce yourself to the new family and get to know and get them settled as best as possible, as well as continue to check in with them throughout the year. Question 7. I definitely regard my own linguistic identity differently after taking this course. I'm a native English speaker who only has up to a high school level understanding of Spanish. I hate to admit that I was oblivious to many linguistic differences in English and Spanish, the Spanish ones that I know of, that do not correlate to other languages. The assignment that really helped me analyze English and other languages differently was Module 2's assignment, where we had to compare English to 3 other languages, not including Spanish. Taking a deep look at the phonology and morphology/syntax of all of these languages was extremely eye-opening and helpful. Question 8. I would engage in Modules 2 assignment in the future to meet the linguistic or cultural needs of a new student. Throughout research on phonology and syntax, I also learned a lot about the culture of these languages. I found this assignment to be very helpful and one that I could see myself using again in the future, or even recommending it to others. Question 9. I have learned a lot of strategies and tools that I could use immediately in my classroom through the module discussions. I learned from a peer that using humor in a light sense when learning a new language as the teacher is a great way to relieve stress and anxiety around learning language, and also supports student learning by having the students teach the teacher, even if the teacher did this on purpose. I also learned about using visuals and emojis on daily slides or just objects around the room to support students making connections from their L1 to English. Additionally, with those pictures, it's important to contain the spelling of the English word and also the pronunciation. Also put an emphasis on students reading in their L1 and to continue practicing their L1 even when learning English is another crucial skill I learned. And lastly, question 10. I feel that this course opened up my mind to the complexities of language, and I now know that it's not as simple as just translating word for word. There are complexities in sounds, grammar, and structures of words that make each language very unique to the next. I will continue to seek outweighs I can help my students who speak other languages by advocating for them and making sure that I incorporate more cultural and language elements into my lessons in classroom. I will also advocate by hopefully leading a professional development session on these topics one day.